Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've uploaded here, so I might as well just give you a little life update. You'll notice a different kind of setting here. My fiance and I moved into an apartment last summer together, and we've been living here, for almost a year now, which is crazy. And yeah, fiance. I got engaged in December, and we're getting married this coming December, so December 3rd of 2022. We're very excited. We've been together for 6.5 years, so we'll be together 7 years when we do get married this year, which is insane. And we're gonna be renting a house this summer, so I'm hoping to do some vlogs with that, because we're going to be doing some fixer-uppering on it since we are renting from my grandparents. So we're going to be able to fix up that house while we are there, which is really nice. So I'm hoping to kind of vlog that experience. If you want to see that type of thing, just let me know. Sorry, my kitty cat is here. We also got another cat. His name is Curtis. He'll be a year old, not this coming Monday, but the next Monday, which is May 9th, which is crazy. He already looks like he's over a year old, but he's not. He's our crazy boy. So we have Jasper and Curtis. Curtis with a K, after Curtis Connor, the comedian and YouTuber here on YouTube. So yeah, if you see him wandering around, that is why Jasper's sleeping in the bedroom. So you'll notice by the title of this video that it is very different from what I usually do here. I usually do a lot of beauty and Squishmallow and Pokemon type things. I've been getting back into reading. So this video is my May TBR, since it is May 1st today. I've read 3 books in April, but I didn't start getting back into reading until mid-late April. So I've only read 3 for April. So May, I'm hoping to get a few more in than that. But I really started watching a lot of Paige Corin's book videos and Destiny Sidwell's videos on YouTube here, and that's what really got me back into it. I used to love to read back in elementary, middle school, even a little bit into high school, but after we stopped doing AR in school, which was, for my school, we stopped doing AR in 9th grade. So 10th grade and up, I just didn't really have time to read or really wanted to continue reading. I wish I did, because I really did enjoy it, like I said. But here we are, how many years later, and I'm jumping back into it again. So without further ado, let's get into my TBR for May. You are so cute, Curtis. He loves his belly rub. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm rubbing his belly. Most cats don't like that. I'm gonna mention really quickly what I did read in April. I read Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey, The Click by Lucy Harrison, and Bridgerton, the first Bridgerton. So The Duke and I, which is really good. I wanted to read that before I watched the series on Netflix, and so good. Both the show and the books, so good. I just want to say I read The Click just out of pure nostalgia. My friends and I in middle school were obsessed with this book series, and we wanted to be like just like the pack, and we made up our own little names, and we kind of wrote like short stories kind of like this. So I read it basically, on pure nostalgia, and yes, very, very middle school vibes. It was just a fun read, easy, fun read. So I just wanted to explain why I read this. The nostalgia, basically it. So I'm just gonna put that back on the shelf here, and let's get into what I want to read in May. So as of right now, I only have 4. I could add, could subtract. Depends on how busy my life is right now. I currently work 3 jobs. So my main full-time job, I'm also a dance teacher, and then I work every once in a while at my high school job that I had in high school, which is a dog boarding grooming facility. So whenever they need somebody to work like a night shift or something, I do that. So I'm trying to fit these into that schedule. So let's get started with the first one here. So I'm actually already about 100 pages into this one, but I'm just gonna stick it obviously into my May TBR, which is Bunny by Mona Awad. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This book is crazy. It is crazy. I haven't been able to put it down. I started it yesterday and I'm already 100 pages in, and it's intense, like in a good way. It's the Goodreads reviews are very like mixed, and it's really crazy. It's basically about this girl named Samantha who is in a graduate program for her fiction writing, or for fiction writing, and she's been going to school with this little clique of girls that call each other Bunny, and it's just intense, and I can't really say much more without spoiling what I've read so far. But if you want like kind of like a horror thriller, like something that just keeps you like bouncing back and forth, thinking that you know what's going on but then you really don't, then definitely pick this up. I know my big thing was when I first started hearing about this book and wanting to maybe read it was like the trigger warnings, like for like animal abuse type of stuff. There's slight mention of it, but it's not like really descriptive and everything, so it's not terrible so far. So that's the only reason I was able to read this, because I get really weird about that. So so far really good. I'm excited to see where it goes, because again it's jumped all over. There were so many moments where I've said out loud, oh my god, because it's a roller coaster. It's so entertaining. It's crazy. So this is the first one that I'm hoping to finish by the end of May. I probably will finish it by the end of this coming week, to be honest, because it's just that good and that crazy. I also forgot to mention that I read It Happened One Summer. Like, I just finished that like 2 days ago. So maybe it was 4 books that I did read last month. How could I forget It Happened One Summer? That book, I love it so much. The characters, the spice, the setting, like it just so good. I don't know how I forgot to mention that, but probably one of my favorite books that I've read this past month. I will admit that I'm a sucker for a really good romance, and I get sucked into like the book talk books. So I think a few of these next ones are on Book Talk or Bookstagram. Don't judge me. That's how I find these things, and I've enjoyed all the ones that I've done so far. But anyway, let's continue. So the next one is another like Book Talk famous book, which is The Fine Print. I'm really excited to read this one because it's like a romance. This is basically the one where you've probably already heard a million times, where this guy named Rowan is creating basically like a Disney World, Disneyland type of thing, and then he gets together with Zara, and the rest is a fairy tale. I'll just read the back of the book. So it has 2 points of views here. So Rowan is, I'm in the business of creating fairy tales, theme parks, production companies, 5-star hotels. Everything could all be mine if I renovated Disneyland. My initial idea of hiring Zara was in good theory, but then I kissed her. Things spiraled out of control once I texted her using an Alice. By the time I realized where I went wrong, it was too late. People like me don't get happy endings. We're not when we're destined to ruin them. So that's Rowan. Zara says, after submitting a drunk proposal criticizing Dreamland's most expensive ride, I should have been fired. Instead, Rowan Kane offered me a dream job. The catch, I had to work for the most difficult boss I'd ever met. Rowan was rude and completely off limits, but my heart didn't care. At least not until I discovered his secret. It was time to teach the billionaire that money couldn't fix everything, especially not us. So, I'm really excited to read this just off of everybody's reviews, all the Goodreads reviews. So, yeah, really excited for that. So hoping to get this one done this month, so then maybe in June or July I can pick up the second book. And again, yeah, excited to read that. Just like with the rest of these, excited to read all of them. The next one is A Brush with Love by Maisie Eddings. This one just looks super cute. I love the cover, I love the blue and the pink and like the toothpaste writing. I just love that. A lot of the reason why I wanted to pick this up is because like for the longest time I wanted to be like a dental hygienist or just a dentist. Obviously that didn't really work out or happen, but that's kind of what got me into this story. I'll read the back for you guys just because this is one that I haven't heard so much of on like BookTube or really Book Talk, at least not on my like For You page suggestions and whatnot. Do you like my jammy pants? They're from LilSimsyShop.com. I love Lil Simsy, she's my favorite YouTuber. Okay, let me read the back. Harper Horowitz is anxiously awaiting placement into a top oral surgery residency program when she crashes literally into Dan Craig. Despite their immediate connection, Harper would rather endure a Novocaine-free root canal than face any distractions from her career goals, even one this adorable. A first-year dental student with a family legacy to contend with, Dan doesn't have the same passion for pulling teeth that Harper does. Though he finds himself falling for her, he is willing to play by Harper's rule that the two will be just friends. But as they get to know each other better, Harper fears that trading fillings for feelings, I love that, may make her lose control, and she can't risk her carefully ordered life coming undone, no matter how drool-worthy Dan is. Blood, gore, and extra long roots? No problem. The idea of falling in love? Torture. Again, just sounds super, super cute. I'm really excited to read this. I'm a sucker for just a cute, good old romance story, so excited to read this one. Last one on this list for this month, again, may add, may subtract, is Go Hex Yourself by Jessica Clare. I love the cover of this book. I saw this one on Bookstagram and I was really tempted to order it online when I saw it, but then I ended up going to Barnes & Noble that weekend of the week that I saw this, and I saw it and I was like, I'm gonna pick that up because one, the cover's super cute, and two, it just sounds awesome. So I'll read the back of this one too, just because this one is a newer release and I haven't heard it talked about too much. So yeah. Let's go. And I'm not sure how exactly to pronounce this name. It's Reggie, so I'm just gonna say it how I would pronounce it, who's the main character. So if it's pronounced differently, I'm sorry, this is just how I'm reading it. Okay. When Reggie Johnson answers a job ad in the paper, she's astonished to find that she's not really applying for work at her favorite card game, Spellcraft, the Magicking. Instead, she's applying to be an actual familiar for an actual witch, as in real magic. The new job has a few perks, great room and board, excellent pay, and she's apprenticing to a powerful witch. Sure, the witch is a bit eccentric, and sure, there was an issue with the black cat Reggie would prefer to forget about. The black cat is Curtis. See, there he is. There's Curtis. The biggest problem, however, is Warlock Ben Magnus, her employer's nephew, and the most arrogant, maddening man to ever cast a spell. Reggie absolutely hates him. He's handsome, but he's also bossy and irritating and orders her around. Ben's butt might look great in a crystal ball vision. I love it. But that's as far as it goes. But when someone with vendetta targets the household, she finds herself working with Ben to break a deadly curse. Apparently, when they're not fighting like cats and dogs, things get downright bewitching. It just sounds awesome. Like, my fiance is really into that magic game. Realm of Magic, is that what it's called, the card game? He's really into that. So those are all the books I want to read in May. I'm very excited with the little collection I have right here. So I will definitely make a video of all that I read in May at the very end of the month or the beginning of June. And you can follow me on my Bookstagram, which is just Lisa's Books. I will link that in the description down below, and I also list Paige Corin's channel and Destiny page, YouTube page in the description as well, since they're the ones that got me back into reading. So I hope you all have an excellent day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!